Where have you seen God at work? It's likely a question you've heard before, and after a while, sometimes our answers begin to sound the same. But really, where have you seen God at work lately? Maybe you've seen God at work in the 17 youth who showed up for the first joint high school youth group night around a bonfire. Maybe you've seen God at work in the Wednesday adult small group, gathering 8 people from Grace and Shepherd. Maybe you've seen God at work in the families who stuck around to help with projects around the church, staining the deck, laying mulch, cleaning windows, and making pinecone bird feeders. Maybe you've seen God at work in the kids who belt out Sunday school songs with Pastor Elise, stick around to hear God's word, or gather on Wednesdays for Family Faith Night. Maybe you've seen God at work in the joint projects between Shepherd, Grace, and Zion, whether collecting needed supplies for Flickinger Learning Center and MCSA as a part of the God's Work Our Hands drive, or whether collaborating on a joint trunk or treat event open to the entire community. Maybe you've seen God at work in worship when all the instruments come out, and even though we are definitely not together rhythmically, the smiles on people's faces extend from ear to ear. Maybe you've seen God at work in the fellowship after worship or throughout the week when you're able to catch up with someone and share really what's going on for you. Maybe you've seen God at work in the extra passion and energy from leaders who have an idea, rally troops around them, and make something happen. Maybe you've seen God at work in those everyday things, even apart from this community of faith. Or maybe you've seen God at work within yourself. Where have you seen God at work? This October, we have a unique opportunity to intentionally steward where God is already at work. That's right, you heard the word steward, and it had nothing to do with money, which is entirely appropriate. Because stewardship is so much more than money. In the words of Grace Pomeroy, stewardship is everything that happens after we say, I believe. Stewardship is a way of living out our faith, actively noticing where and how God is at work, joining with God in that work, and giving of ourselves, our time, and our resources to whatever God is already doing to spread His kingdom. So to practice this together as a congregation for the next 3 weeks, we're going to notice and celebrate the ways God is at work among us, while also thinking about what stewardship means for our daily lives. Each week, we'll focus on a theme in worship, and following worship, we'll provide some questions for you to reflect on during the week. Those questions will also be shared via our weekly email announcements and our social media channels. Bonus, if you're looking for some people to discuss those questions with, join us as we jumpstart adult education on October 10th. So that's the first invitation. Dive deep with us as we explore what it means to be stewards of God's good news. But then, having noticed where God is at work, we have one more invitation. Join us. By engaging or re-engaging in something you're currently not a part of. By praying for a ministry that is currently happening. And by offering your resources to support these ministries so that God's work continues forward, unhindered. If you're inclined to join us, we hope you will. And if you're able to support us financially, we need you. Since the beginning of 2021, general offerings have steadily been short of our operating expenses. To date, expenses exceed our general offerings by about $8,000. Thanks to savings and remaining funds from the PPP loan, we've had resources to fall back on. But to continue forward, we need further support. For that reason, our stewardship team is challenging you to a special fall campaign between now and October 24th. Our goal is $3,400, $100 for each year Shepherd has been a congregation. All funds will go toward our general fund. So, with $3,400 as our goal, are you willing to go above and beyond your regular offering and offer your resources as we witness where God is at work? If so, go to shepherdofthecross.org and scroll down and to the right where you'll find a purple Give button. Click the button and then Tithely, our online giving platform, will ask for some more information. Make sure to select Sharing the Good News campaign when making your donation so we make sure your donation is directed toward this campaign. Not into online giving? Offer your cash or check contribution as a part of the offering during worship. Drop it off in the church office or mail it in. We need you to join us in the next month, and we need you to support what God is already doing in our midst. So will you join us? Will you take time to notice where and how God is at work? Will you engage with us in our life together? Will you pray for the ministries of Shepherd and our fellow ELCA churches? And will you offer your resources to the mission of Jesus through this place?